So welcome back to the adventures. How are you? In Morrowind and other part, like this one, Realm of Oblivion, Sanguine Demesne, the Lichus El Tab, which is some kind of tavern here in this Daedric realm, and obviously we cannot see it in the world map because it's an interior like exterior.
Well, hello there.
And we
Pleasure
have
to meet you.
a naked lady dancing there. Probably we should put some kind of bikini on her. That's just for streaming, I think. But anyway, this is a very nice town.
Yes, stranger?
Well, let's see if we can get some more information. I removed the music in the background because I don't like when you have standard music playing and these bards playing their music together.
Searching for knowledge? Khajiit can help.
But probably it's a matter of taste. I don't like when two kind of music play together. I really can't stand it. And I think I will... Oh, he's smoking. I think I will just do this. Right. I think I will just try and replace the original script from the Antares mod with the versions I've tweaked in my Antares animation merged mod. And difference is you stop the background music while the bard is playing. In short, this is the difference. Oh, and as you can see, the automatic number added as prefix and a short key is working for each and every group of answers you can give to any NPCs. And also I'm testing other changes actually to the journal, and this one is similar to what is done in the journal mode by Svang, I think, in that it is collapsing the various paragraphs if they are written in the same days. Usually Morrowind will display the repeated header with the date in your journal, and what this small US script is doing is trying to collapse all the paragraphs written under the same day. So I added this to a separate Lua mod because I don't really want the complexity of the complete version to edit and write the journal. I want something simpler, and instead I'm just trying to do another thing, which is in the quest list change how they are displayed, but this is not something I'm finished. So in the future I think I will try and put some kind of prefix for the quest with the name of the mod from which the quest is coming. So when you have a lot of quests, you can realize which is which, because oftentimes you don't have a nice prefix like this and you cannot group your quest. You don't know from what is coming this quest from the other, in what place they are, and so I think adding something like this could be useful. And another thing that I want to do, I don't know if I will be able to do it, but sometimes you have some topics which just display empty information because they are added by script for technical reason, which I don't want to display here, but in short, sometimes you have to force adding a topic to be sure that it is not overwritten by other similar topics. But this has a little problem that sometimes these new added topic by scripting are displayed even when they are not filled with something yet, even when they are empty in your journal. And I'm trying to fix this thing. So they are still there, but they are not displayed like empty topics. And this is what I'm trying to do. It's not easy because I'm not very expert yet in the Morrowind US scripting, and so it takes time, but I think I will be able to do something like this. Anyway, for now it's just how can I say it? Compacting the paragraphs here, like the Swain journal mod is doing. But let's talk about what we are doing here in the Sanguine de Masne, the name of the place. The Licherus Ale Tap. Okay. I don't think we can do much here apart getting some food, which could be good because... Oh, and this is another thing that not everybody knows. When you're using the latest version of the MWSC user interface expansion, the one that you can find in the GitHub, you have included a function to press Ctrl on one of your items and have it automatically moved to your windows. Even when you are moving things in different containers. So that's really useful. There are different modes that can do the same thing, just scrolling the mouse wheel, but I prefer this way with the Ctrl key press because I am not very precise with my scrolling wheel, which I use to zoom or do different things, and so I prefer the Ctrl key. way. But all in all, it is just something you do to avoid having to drag and drop things. But... oh, and here is the party invitation that we should buy to be able to go back to that place. Oh, look at this. Very nice mesh.
3 blessings, sir.
And the cookies. Cleaning. I brew the finest ales and liquors, like... oh, and we have another quest here. Saldu the Hoary disappeared into the court some years ago. A fellow brewer. I do not care to investigate the court as I am not that daring. Any chance you'd be willing to look for him and get my tankard back? And we have our fast quest here. Sure, sounds exciting. So I will try and press the 1 key. And it works. We get a journal entry.
I have agreed to search for Valatha's tankard in the court of contested acquisition. It is supposed to be in the possession of Saldur the Hoary, who may or may not still be alive. If I find it, I should return it to Valath.
And this door. Ooh, what's this? Oh, this sounds like dangerous. Well, I think here I can also enable the music again. Oh, I did not check if I'm able to levitate this place. Hope so. Yeah, we can. Anyway, this is an unexpected subterranean dungeon. Ooh, with nasty creatures. And I'm trying to see if we have a working arrow mode. Not sure about it. Because lately the Pink Action mod by Hamchan has been sort of broken with the latest version of MWSE, and in theory it should have been fixed by more recent releases, but not sure it is actually working. Let me check this. this one. A horn. Something like this. Bohira the Bloody Judge. Oh, nice ring. And nice sword. With the lust. Nice sword we found. And we have another statue. And I no more used to have containers without animation, but you know, this mod is using a lot of new meshes, so the animation is not there like the standard Morrowind meshes that have been animated by... Oh, Tome of Summon Hand. This is interesting. I have learned a new spell, Summon Hand. Let's try it. Can we talk with this statue? Oh, let's try the spell. Does it work? Yeah. Nice. Great mod. Just to remember, we are playing with okay, so this is not showing because I just used a spell to spawn the creature, but for instance, let's try this one. Okay, so we are using the mod that is called The Doors of Oblivion by Ashtar, if I remember correctly, and this is one of the greatest mods released in the latest years because it is implementing a lot of Oblivion realms, all in interior like exterior space, so it should not conflict with other things, other mods, and it has some glitches still, but not many, and I really suggest you give it a try because that's a great one man walk or one woman walk.
You like pain.
Oh, and this is... Oh, let me check one thing. Okay, so in theory we have a working chat. Let me see. Yeah, it should work. And this is a Dedrick ruin, which doesn't seem to be too small. Oh, so this way we go back to the inn, and this way we go out to another Oblivion realm. I think this is a sort of subterranean hub. Artist Daggerlad. Helm of Deathly Shades. Oh, I just did. How can I say it? I just told you something wrong about the key you have to press to transfer things. It's the Alt key that you can use to transfer immediately things from a menu to the other, I think. Alt and press the icon of the item you want to move. Oh, but we are over encumbered, so time to drink some potion or call for help from some companion. But for now we will drink a potion and keep exploring this. Ooh, big fat ogre. Oh, called Shrom. And obviously level of these monsters is not so high, but I find this is good because this mod has probably been thought to be playable by low level characters, so this is the right thing. Anyway, this way we have been, this way, and well, let's try going this way. More skeletons. Oh, she's attacking.
Lava beyond sea.
As the user of King. The skeleton is not attacking, but
Beyond sea.
yeah. Tarvel Canillus attacking us. This is a little overpowered, in my opinion. Anyway, really good loot. And I'm curious about this skeleton with the baton. Let's talk with Saldu the Hori. Welcome, welcome. So glad you could join in the festivities. Need a drink? Help yourself. There's an abundance of fine spirits. Just don't try to use Valet's tankard. That's mine. Yeah, it's a fine tankard. You have drunk many an ale from it. Why do you ask? It's his and he wants it back, so we found the item we are looking for. Then you have to take it from me if you can. Okay, that's a big boss it seems.
I found Salder the Hori in the court. He has become an undead skeleton. He refused to give me the tankard and then attacked me.
Right, let's see the level of this thing. It's not high level, and well, it's true that the level is not always related to the strength, combat strength of the creature or NPC, but usually it is, because it's much easier to just define a level when you create the enemy and then have statistics calculated automatically by the construction set. So usually when you see a level, it is sort of telling you the truth about how hard it is to kill the enemy. And in this case we have a level 15. It means that the mod is aimed to a low level character, and I think it's not bad. But for this boss, I think this one is supposed to be a boss, maybe level 20, level a 10 level higher. I think it would be better, because okay, I'm using a higher level character now, but I think it would give the player more satisfaction using some higher level bosses, still keeping it like something that low level players can do. And we found this thing, the apron of the portly Wintler. No idea what Wintler means, but it's a very nice fortify alchemy and luck enchantment. Very nice for alchemists, with a drain speed to compensate it. And I think this one is very nice because it's good to play as an alchemist, but not good to use all the time, because it has drying speed. And we have Hans Blood Bubble, which is probably the thing we were looking for. Oh no, this one. Valet Doranium's Tankard. Here it is. And this is a nice quest.
sea. Lava beyond sea.
And I think most of the enemies will be low level compared to the last one. Or maybe not. Maybe there are still surprises in this dungeon.
Lava beyond sea.
Oh, like this one.
Lava beyond sea.
Oh, a trap! Let me check this thing. No. A light amulet. But let's get some of this. Little chameleon, interesting for low level player, but sure, you doesn't need something like this. Staff of Scorching Flame. Oh, and I'm trying to tweak my NWSC mode, which is changing values and enchantment of weapons and armors on the fly, just to try and make them more coherent between modes. It's not easy to tweak it, but I'm slowly tuning it. So for instance, this thing is worth like 5,000. Well, could be. Staff of Scorching. Let's see. Nice staff. And an arm. Already open. Okay, so I think we explored most of it. So I will try... Oh, I will just try and explore this part and then try and take this door. Oh, another enemy over there.
Sakritu. Sakritu.
Oh no, it's a portal!
Beyond sea.
Portal to Quagmire. And so, let's save. And this is a new Daedric realm? Quagmire? I don't remember. Oh. Which is the Dead Lord of this place? Oh. We have lampshades. Very nice. Oh, look at this! All those flying rocks are moving. Great immersion. And I understand the idea about this black mucus lampshade. They are sort of glowing, but not on the top. And this is a texture problem with this big island landmass. Maybe it can be improved. I will take a note about trying. Not remember the key. Oh, this one. About trying and change the UV. Because when you're using big meshes like these, interior like exterior rocks and islands and so on, sometimes you're able to improve the resolution just changing the texture mapping if the thing is using a simple unique texture. So it's not always something you can do, but oh, this is another entry. But something that... Oh crap. Oh, something that if you can do, it's very easy to do. So something that you can do in a couple minutes in this NIF scope, and usually if it works, it is so much better. Oh, this is another thing by Antares. I remember it. Great animated creatures. And this cave is much darker. Maybe we could use some night high magic. Oh, look at this, dropping. Very atmospheric. And this is new. Ah, for my. I've seen this in creatures mod. And I must say that the author of this mod has used a lot of animations and meshes available as resources from other mods, and so far they are, I think they are very well integrated in the mod. I'm curious about dropping. Oh, our poor torch. Nothing here but the water. Okay, so. And the usual fishes added by water life everywhere. When some water is detected, usually it works. So we can just do some fishing using a spear. So if you are using water life, you should really try catching fishes using a spear, because it is fast and you can string fish easily. And technically, you may have noticed that I'm not using a levitation effect. I have removed it, made it invisible. There's a reason for this. That's because a lot of my transport mods are using levitation, and that magic effect is not really nice to see under a Assist Rider. Oh, look at this. Or under a bolt and things like this. So I really by default replaced that effect mesh in my mod, and I suggest you just keep it disabled, because this way you can use levitation to make some real-time transport mods, and all in all I think it's not bad, even if you have no magic effect while levitating. Anyway, look at this. I never seen this kind of magic effect. Some kind of illusion ghosts coming from, look at this, coming from that place. This is a ghost tempest, a ghost. Oh, this is a real thing. Look at this. Okay, so after all these years we can still find more Morrowind mods able to make us think, wow. And this thing is very fast. Too fast. What's this? a spider Dedra. Oh, I have no more touches. Here it is. And the poor dead Dreamwalker. Not sure about it, but as they are Dreamwalkers, maybe this Quagmire is a Daedric realm of Vaermina. Not sure about it, because there are a lot of Daedric lords and I don't remember them all. Oh, this is a sort of ghosts. Terror. Ah, Banshee! Look at this. And I love the attention to detail of these encounters, because you see a Banshee and all these skeletons, the previous victims of the Banshee. Can we just
You like pain, do you?
open this? Maybe it's not opening because we have someone there trying to use it. It doesn't seem to be locked, but it doesn't open. That's strange. So there's no script and it's not locked. Or it is locked with a 0 locked. Oh, look at this. That's strange. Just a door to lock a skeleton there. Okay, so we cannot open it. Can we do this thing? There's... Oh, let's see if we are able to kill that skeleton. Maybe that's the reason why the door is not opening.
Lava beyond sea. Sacritu. Sacritu.
It's blocked because probably the animation cannot play. There's something stopping it. Let's see. Oh, finally. So, not a good idea to place that skeleton alive there, because the door animation is not able to play. And, well, but a little glitch. Nothing bad. A skeleton in the closet, but the closet was really close. And let's take a note about the door not opening. And I don't really know if I will ever try and figure these things, because I'm always hoping that the mod auto will start working on the mod again, because this is a fantastic mod. And I think it could be improved a little, but it is still already very good to play, and that's what we are trying to do. Anyway, let's see. We can try and explore this part. Too high to jump. Oh no, she's able to actually jump over there. We should have a good acrobatics. I think I tweaked the acrobatics down a little, but still able to be used to do some pretty high jumps. Not so high as in original Morrowind, but anyway, I just in love with this texture fantasy, and I think maybe this one also should be animated, or maybe it is just there to be different. So this animated texture with the phantoms is really a nice idea. Hats off to the modder. Oh, and this is different.
Lava beyond sea. Rithurna. Sakritu.
The walking nightmare.
Lava beyond sea. Lava beyond sea.
So we have Flame Atronach appearing, spawning.
Athek Worthen Ra.
And some kind of house here, a burning house. I don't think we can enter, but something really scenic. Ooh, and a trap. Oh, what's this? A big serpent.
Rithurna. Sakritu. Lava beyond sea. Lava beyond sea. Lava beyond sea.
Nightmare serpent. A little too big, maybe, but oh well, we found another portal. So I'm already using a night eye helmet. So let's look at the real light in this place. It's very dark, as you can see, but all in all this is good for the atmosphere. And we have the usual fish. I love this thing. And we are now in the desecrated halls. Look at this trap. And I think this is my trap, dynamic trap mod. Adding these traps to these arms, because the mod is scripted to look for containers. For instance, with the on string, and to trap them every now and then. So you should always pay attention when you are low level and you have not a good protection from the magic traps. And always use a probe, because every time you touch on, and these are really very nice new arms, you risk to find a trap. So something like this is safer. And this is a very nice thing. Never mind. Doing ninja sounds. And I think I like about the mod the fact that it is compatible with also new containers like this one, because they are called arm something, and so the mod is working with them. And this, for instance, is locked. So the mod is called, I think, more traps, if I recall correctly. Oh, look at this! We can see the lava flowing, and you can find it also on the Nexus, I think. Or in my site, like the majority of my mods. So it's a mod written still in the standard MWSE extended Morrowind scripting, not in using the Lua extension, but it is still using some new function. So you still need the LA very recent version of MWSE. But if you are using some current Lua version, it is perfectly compatible, so you can use it for this mod, adding more traps to your dungeons. And we can also bash them, hopefully. easy. Very strong lock.
Isn't this something?
This. The Dream Stride, a new book that teaches conjuration. And new ingredients. More ingredients. So this is some kind of small labyrinth. Oh, look at this. Can't get down here. A small bag with one piece of gold. And I love this dungeon so far. We have new meshes and interesting architecture. Oh, a big nasty trap here. And another portal. Oh, and another enemy.
Lava beyond sea. Lava beyond sea.
It's a little too big probably for the door. Not able to
Lava beyond
cross
sea.
it.
Safritu. Lava beyond sea.
I will try and use a different weapon. And we have the usual arms. Every now and then we can find something interesting, but no real big loot. Oh, and more traps. I think she's using the QS of the Savior side, so we are almost magic proof. I will use a different QS now. And this thing is... I want to check the lock level. Yes. If you want to know if The trap and the lock are added by my mod dynamically. You can check the level of the lock. If last number is 9, it is almost certainly added from my mod. Oh, this is not closed. And as a lock bashing mod, I'm not using the commonly used mod by Granton 7. I'm using a different version of a similar mod by Lenora, because I like some of this mod features a little more, but they are both good. Good lock bashing mods. I really suggest you use one, because this way you can open containers even if you are not a thief or a mage. Oh.
Beyond sea.
These are still nasty things. Nearly killed Shiryu.
Morrowind. Exceed. Honor.
Oh, look at this. Big statue. Oh, Miserius Parker. I always think about how much fantasy dungeon modders must have just to give some different original names to all the dungeons areas. It's not easy to always think about something new and atmospheric. Oh, and this one. Oh, we found the Daedric Lord in person. We meet again, mortal, for we have met before, whether you know it or not. When you mutter in your sleep, you speak to me. When you waken wet with sweat, you have just left my house. I dwell in your dreams. I savor your nightmares. Now, will you serve me in this place? And we will choose option 1. I will do as you ask.
Viermina has tasked me with delivering a potion to one of her servants named Pegaro, who may be found in Sanguine's domain in the lecherous Ale Tap Tavern. I am to tell him it is from Sanguine.
So, we have a second reason to go back to that tavern. We already found a quest to give back a tankard to one of the elves in the tavern, and now we have a second reason to go back there. We have a quest from the Deadwick Lord in person here. A Dream Stride potion. So this is the place of nightmares. I am Vamina, ruler of dreams and nightmares, especially nightmares, it seems. I'm not sure we can just get things here. Let's try. Yeah, we can. And a nice throne. And the orb of Varmina, can we take this? Oh, the famous Varmina's Doppel from the Skyrim quest. I will take one. And it was too easy to be true.
Come on, I'll give you a free hit.
Okay, sorry. I didn't want to kill your servant, but I needed something to remember this place, so we took that orb. And this. I see every now and then some new ingredient. I'm not able to bash this thing because maybe this is not a good weapon for this. Probably we need something more heavy. Like a bound battle axe.
Exceed. Honor.
Let's try this thing. Haha, this works. And I think there's not much to see here. We go back there and look at this. I was thinking this was some kind of portal, but it is not. Okay, so let's go back from where we came.
Narima.
So when you hear the ding, it means the lock is broken. Usually that kind of sound these bashing mod, lock bashing mods are using. And here is our portal back. Oh. Oh. A headless. And some kind of leech. And this is really great.
It's the mystery of existence, it will live and end. There is no escape, even though you have a plan.
I want to try and explore this castle. Can we enter actually?
Close it down while you try to understand. The flow of your thoughts wins your defense. Voice inside my head was screaming out, what is the sense?
Yes, we can. Ooh, what's this? A flesh atronach. Human flesh. A poor corpse. Ooh, we can go to Cold Harbor from here. So we take a look at this floating rocks, and this level I just loved it. I think it's very nicely done, and not a big realm, but big enough to give you a strong impression about it. But before I using this portal, I want to try and reach the top of the tower. I don't know if there's some kind of way to reach it using a stairs, probably not, but let's see if we can actually fly there. Do these things have collision? No. Collision for rotating meshes like this is something really hard to add. Because if you do detailed meshes, you risk to have bad frame rate, but there are tricks you can use. For instance, a trick I used to make the moonlet over Vivek being animated is to just animate it by script, so the collision can be used properly. Or you have to do a different walk with the mesh. I don't remember, but there was some trick to do it. And this is not something you can actually explore internally, probably just a scenic tower with this very scenic magic effect. But we want to reach our portal while Shiaryu is drinking something. But anyway, just having this magic thing rotation is great, but we must be prepared to Cold Harbor. Look at this. And I must say the atmosphere is good. Remind me of the colors seen in the Elder Scrolls Online, or oh, and what's this? A dead rot? Ooh. And these are the anchors. Look at this. Okay, so just install this mod and play it if you are not doing it already, because this is something really you must play. Look at this. And I want to call some companion to show the companions this place.
Exceed. Honor.
And we could go Isolde, our friend. Isolde.
Welcome, friend. Hail.
Isolde, I'm over encumbered as usual. Can you help? She's a companion from the MCA companions. I tweaked them, scripts, but They are still great in the original version. Oh, we have also this thing. So we can give her something heavy. Not really heavy, but this thing. Right. Oh, she's talking about Cold Harbor. We are in Cold Harbor. It is a dire place cold yet fiery, a place of continual death and rebirth, a place of captured souls and plundered towns and villages. If you are here, then you will never leave. There is no escape from the end of Molag Bal. Okay, so she's telling us information about the place because usually companion has the lore flag always or ability on, like it's technically it's always 0, but the result is they don't talk about lore because companion are made to follow the player around the world, and so they cannot really know about lore of distant places, but every now and then some companion is just talking about places that he may have visited in the past adventures, and so I think enabling the no lore every now and then, disabling it so they can talk about lore about places is not really so bad. Just do it sparingly, so they don't do it as default. Anyway, ooh, look at this one, this amulet. We have no more arrows. That's a naga. Oh, a harvester. Harvester Iker. Interesting. Oh, that's a city over there. And the plants. So what this mod would really need is some kind of herbalism, MGA herbalism. So these great new ingredients could be graphically different when you pick them. This should be not hard to do, just probably long because there are a lot of new ingredients, new plants, but should be something easy to do. Oh, probably this is not finished Oh. It is. Let's talk about Cold Harbor. So we have the same description, but oh, she's a slave. And the topic,
If you need a good laugh or a
the
tall
topic
tale,
is
you've
still
come to the right
showing,
place.
but she doesn't know much about the twin lamps, obviously. But she's a slave, so.
Ours is to ask, what does this one want?
And I think Zinana here. Oh, free one. We are all slaves on Molag Bal. My husband whose skin walks endlessly, and we can take him some food. Sure, I can do that. Xiaoyu is chaotic good, so
An
she's...
Argonian named Xenona has asked me to deliver some food to her husband who works endlessly in the Ashen Mines here in Cold Harbor. The mines are across the river and northwest from Xenona's quarters. There are some other buildings near where the entrance is. The mine is also guarded.
So like Xiaoyu just read from Juno, we have another quest. So these people are working for Molag Bal. And this really reminds of, for instance, if you played the Elder Scrolls Online, I think it starts usually more or less in this realm, and you see these people walking. So there are similarities with this mod. I think the author has been inspired much by the other Elder Scrolls games, and this is really nice. Soldier Riven. Nothing for you, stranger. So, if you played the Elder Scrolls Online, or I don't remember if there are some part of Oblivion Reigns also in Skyrim, but you probably will find some familiar creatures and like the Soldier Riven here, and that's really great. So here is a portal. Let's see if we can just fly around to speed things a little. So we should follow the river, but I don't remember the direction. We will just follow it this way. But every now and then there are some fighting dead rots. And other monsters.
Proacte. Lava beyond sea.
No. These are still slave quarters of storage tower. Different place. Oh, look at this. We need a key to open the storage place.
Lava beyond sea. Lava beyond sea.
This seems to be the mine.
Sacre-tu.
I think my companion got lost, so let's call her. Hey.
You've got the better of me. So go ahead.
Is she following? Yeah. Sometimes companions will not follow well or just follow without moving correctly, and usually the reason is they are burdened, and usually the real reason is they have some kind of drained strength from fighting with things like the bone walkers, and they are not smart enough to drink potion of feather or things like this usually. So pay attention to your companion carry capacity, because
Go ahead.
if it's low, so she's okay. I think she has a lot of carry capacity, but every now and then, if you use companion to fight with creatures like undead, pay attention and use something to cure your companion after fighting, especially bone walkers and similar creatures. Oh, she should. Oh, she has a torch, right? More ingredients. Okay, so I think I tweaked a little the QQQBBB animated container mods in the latest MWSE version, because I think the crates don't really play the opening animation if there is some other crate nearby. Not sure about it actually, because I think this animation is not really bad to be played even if you have a stack of crates, because crates are usually stacked on top, one on top of the other, so if you want to see that animation playing, well, you have to enable it even if there are other crates around, but that's just my preference. The mod is great as is. You can tweak a lot of things, but this is not something you can tweak in the original mod. Anyway, look at this, a soul sheriff walking with this ore vein. Oh, we can harvest it. And we have a Dremora. Just fighting.
Lava beyond sea.
So I will be tormented if I do not continue walking. Yes, the Dremora or other minions on Molag Bal will take us away and cause us extreme pain. Oh, this is a bad place. Okay, but we must look for this Argonia.
beyond sea. Lava beyond sea.
Oh, and actually we now know that the pincushion mod is working. I tried to tweak it a little, just decreasing the size of the arrows, but as you can see it's not easy because this way the arrows are not properly pinning, so I will try and put it back the original value. Anyway, the mod is working, so I'm really happy about it because it was recently broken by changes to the scripting engine. And look at this, finally we have this great animation by Antares working, but she's breaking. Oh, she doesn't has a peak. B, C. Let her have a peak, if possible. I don't know. And this is not always easy to fix when we have this animation because NPCs do not always equip the thing they should equip. There are tricks, but oh, sorry, I didn't want to kill a soul shriven. But not easy to find this Sargonian here. Oh, here she. Oh, here he is.
Traveler seeks answers.
Kuskin, I have some food from your wife, I suppose. Please leave me, I will be tormented, but we have some food for you. What? Zinana sent you to me with this food? Thank you, stranger. You have renewed my strength. Please tell her I am still alive.
I delivered the food to Coolskin. He was most grateful.
So Molak Bal is a real bad boy here, enslaving everyone, and I think we cannot really do anything to avoid this. And we're back out. Let's see. Oh, this is actually a very big realm. I think this is the place we started. Oh. I will try and follow the river. Nah, look at this! Cadwell! Oh, a newcomer. My lute strings are a bit rusty, but still have some life left in them. Care to hear a special song? Of course. You name your favorite. Okay, so let's try the lusty Argonian maid. Quentin Scolto is my name, my lusty Argonian maid. Okay, so I was expecting some real song, but we cannot pretend. And we have a quest to give him some new lute strings. Sure. Good, you can usually find Prina in the Shriven quarters north of here, across the river.
Cadwell asked me to check on Prina and find out why she hasn't brought him any new strings for his lute. She can usually be found in the Shriven quarters just north of where Cadwell is.
So, north of here. This thing is fighting.
Well, what brings you here, friend?
Oh dear, these lute strings just aren't going to sound good. I don't think Cardwell will be happy with them. Yes, I make strings for Cardwell lute and use a special varnish that gives them a very special sound. I had to fetch the varnish from an underground cave, but I'm just too weak to make the venture anymore. Would you be willing to fetch it for me? Sure. So this mod is great, a lot of quests, a lot of atmosphere, just a must-play mod.
Prina is too weak to venture out for the varnish that she uses on Cadwell's lute strings. I should find it in a cave accessed through the tower just outside Prina's quarters.
And like you just read from the journal, as you can see we have just one header, 4 page. Thanks to this new MWSE Lua tweakings, and we must find these things in a cave passing through the tower outside of Prina's quarters. So I think the tower is over there. Or maybe this one. Now we have the key. Yeah. And ooh. And one important thing you should, if you are going to make a companion, always give companion a water breathing spell or a water breathing scripting command set water breathing 1, because different from creatures, NPCs companion can get drawn. Creatures are not have no problem because they never get drawn, but NPCs must learn how to water breathing or you risk them to die in the water. So make sure your companion is able to do some water breathing. And what? Ooh, a vanish vat. Found it. And this was a special Naga, probably. Oh, and I want to remember you that this creature and this animation are probably done by Archimaestro Antares, as usual. And we have this new ring, which is having a very nice 45 magicka, but a drain personality and weakness to fire, so not really something overpowered. But probably fit for a Naga. Yeah, I call them Naga, but I don't know the proper way to call them. And I don't think there are treasures, hidden treasures, but we can just use some magic to look for magic things, like this Beggar's Nose spell. I love it. And we have a little... oh, look at this, magic things here. We're a little tired. Oh, we found a nice thing here. A super bow called Larceny. And some very nice arrows. Where is it? And something can use to cast on target. And I think I recently seen a mod to change the bows to cast on strike, but not sure about it. I will give it a try if it is something something working, but I'm curious about it because it would be nice to try, and maybe too powerful, but still interesting. And I think there are no more magic things. Maybe still there. I still see something magic, but maybe it is just a map which is not updating.
Were they build and song?
Probably. That's strange. It seems that's a different thing, a magic thing. Oh, maybe no. I cannot see anything. Okay, so let's go. Where is my companion? Lost. Hey, try to follow.
I'm ready for anything. Go ahead.
And now we can see how to use that ladder, hopefully. Oh, this is really good loot. Isolde, I have some good boots for you. Hello,
Anytime,
Prina.
friend. I'm right here.
We found it. But we found the vanish, I think. Yeah. I think there's some kind of a glitch here, because we found it. I think that's the right thing. Let's see. BSM potion vanish. I will take a note about checking this quest. Okay, so took the note. I will try and fix the quest if it is broken, or take a look at how it should work if we are missing something, or this is not a proper thing we should find, but next time, because it's time for me to stop. But I think we did take a great look at this mode, and all I can say it's really it's a must-play mode, because
If I ever see that elf, he's
there are a
in
lot
so
of
much
quests,
trouble.
and there are these very nicely done Daedric rams. So really a nice mod to play.
I don't believe it.
And as usual, thanks for watching, and see you next time.